Chris, back again. New year, new video. It's been a while. Today, gonna get us running and driving. Ruin my intro, man. Just you. Right. So in the last video, we've got the car running. Now we need to get it driving. So first of all, I'm going to get underneath the car, connect the gear shifter up, the prop shaft, and the transmission mount. That's the one.
And the gear linkage.
Said that.
Ah.
I tried to record this video yesterday, however, broke the gear linkage. I had a seized pinch bolt. If you're an Audi, well, Volkswagen Audi group owner, you'll know exactly what I'm on about. And I've lost all the bolts whilst I was sorting my unit out. So today we're going to get straight back onto it.
So what we're doing here is we are connecting the rubber bush up to the transmission mount, and then we are connecting the transmission mount into the vehicle. And it's at this point in the video where I realised I broke the gear linkage whilst trying to move it from one side of the gearbox to the other. So now I've got the driver's side hub assembly all bolted up. Things were going great until I was getting the passenger side bolted up. Until this. So it cracked whilst the track rod end was being tightened up. So now I'm going to have to go to the scrapyard and buy a whole new hub assembly. Let's get it done. Now that I've got the hubs bolted up, the prop shaft bolted up, drive shaft bolted up, clutches bled, basically everything is ready so we can now drive the car. However, we can't drive the car because we haven't got wheels. But now we have. So these are the wheels that I've gone for. They are the Velair 20-inch wheels. I bought these off a guy on Facebook. I got them really cheap. I dare say how cheap they were. So yeah, let's throw them on and then we're going to see how they fit. So I've jumped ahead a bit in this clip because the wheels are on and so is the front slam panel. So I was just throwing the wings on. I managed to get the inside of the wings painted up the whole way around. So all the edges are now colour matched to the car. I have got an engine bay dress up kit coming, so ignore the white bolts, but just for test fit purposes. And then obviously I've got that done on both sides. So I did pre-record a clip explaining that we are going to build the car from the inside out. However, I had it on time lapse, so we never actually recorded any of the audio and it was in slow motion, so that's great. So in this clip we're just taking the front seats out with the 4 bolts, obviously electronic seats, so you've got to wind the seats forward and backwards to get access to them. And then this is just a quick little time lapse of me removing the centre console. You've got 4 bolts at the back, and then obviously you need to lift the gear shifter trim up, disconnect the electrical connectors, and then you've got a couple of 8mm, and then it just releases just like that. So some of you may be wondering why I have removed the centre console. It's to gain access to my airbag module, which is located just under this vent here. Despite popular belief, if a vehicle has been in a crash, at least I know Audi BA and a few other Audis that I've worked on, you don't have to replace the crash module, you just have to clear the codes on the dash. Now, when I first built this car, I was a bit naive to that fact. So I took the module and I fitted it with one off an Audi A5, and it had a 1-letter digit part number, and I've had a airbag light on ever since. So I've got the right one now, so we're going to get it fitted, and hopefully when the front end's back on, we've got no airbag light. As always, disconnect the battery when doing anything to do with airbags, so this is me just removing the module and refitting the new one. So now we're going to change this gear shifter. As you can see, the actual gear knob is quite worn, it's not very nice. Got originally white stitching, however I have got a nice fresh new one from another vehicle, so we are going to fit that. So the way to fit these is you lift the boot up, you've got a crimp connector here. You need to break that off like so. And it just lifts straight off. And then fitting of the new one is the exact same as that. However, whoever removed this one just brute forced it off, so luckily I can reuse their clip. So, but normally I'd have just put a hose clamp on that and sent it on its way. That's this one fitted in better condition, not perfect, but and we've got a red stitching. So I'm going to throw the centre console back in, and then we can start refitting the actual interior. Now we're just fitting the centre console, the gear shifter and the control panel back into the car. If you haven't already, drop a like and subscribe, it helps a lot as a small YouTuber, and leave a comment on what future series you'd like to see. I've got a car flipping series ready to start, or you could see me resurrect another one of my abandoned cars. Jumping right back into the video, we're removing the rear quarter panels and unplugging the speakers. There is no hardware holding this in, it's only push clips and a few pop clips that you see me removing in a second. Now that the rear quarter panels are in, it's time to throw the seats in and the rear bench. These are only held in with a little slide clip and then a little hook that goes on the black clip in between the two seats. Without forgetting to clip in the release cable to release the seat backs. Moving on from the seats, we're now going to move on to the steering wheel. So I need to remove this driver's airbag in order to gain access to this chrome trim here for me to remove it, as I have got a plate. Grab it and show you. It sits in there, and obviously it's got the S5 logo on it. I also need to remove the clock spring and replace it, as this one doesn't have the stalk for the cruise control. So I'm going to start by removing the airbag, which is just held in by 2 Torx screws, just either side. And with Audi, you haven't got to worry too much about locating the steering wheel. If you can see, there's a notch just here and one on the shaft there. So you'll always be able to get it back straight again.
So now we've done the inside, we're going to get on to moulding the front wheel arches and the rear wheel arches. Let's get on it.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. This is all I've really got time for in this video. Next week we're going to continue moulding the arches, and then hopefully we can get them fully moulded in, get them in primer, and then we can start finishing the rest of the car, I guess. But yeah, thanks for watching.